Most people that are buying a new construction home in Raleigh, North Carolina today have a lot of questions and a lot of confusion about the whole process works. On today's video, we're going to break down all the steps so you have a very clear idea of what it entails to buy a new construction home in Raleigh, North Carolina. Hello everyone, this is Chris Morton, real estate broker with the Morton Bradbury Real Estate Group. So let's get at it. So right up front, let's get something out of the way. The information we're going to share with you today is not based on anything we've read in a book or heard secondhand. This is actual knowledge we have from helping hundreds of clients buy new construction homes over the last couple years. So we hope this is going to be helpful. If we miss any steps, please put comments below of anything that you want us to cover in the future. But otherwise, we think this is a fairly comprehensive list. Let's get started with the first step in the process. And that step is get a really good, clear idea of exactly what kind of home you want to buy. Are you looking for a condo in the downtown area? Are you looking for a detached home on 2 acres out in the country? Or do you want to be in a neighborhood in a house or a townhouse? Get a very clear idea about what you want in your next home. That's going to help your agent help you find that next home. Next up, you want to decide when you want to move into that home. Just know that if you are intending to build from scratch from a dirt lot, it's going to take anywhere between 6 months to 15 months to build that house. Now, the advantage of this obviously is that you're going to be able to design it in general and pick the paint colors and the countertops and the cabinets and all of that sort of thing. So that's what makes that process really, really great. But it's only if you have enough time to make that happen. If you don't have 6 to 12 months to build a traditional home or 12 to 15 months really to build like a luxury, big high-end home, if you don't have that kind of time, you unfortunately can't go through that process. But do not panic. If you've only got a couple of months to go, that doesn't mean you can't buy new construction. There's a lot of builders out there that are building what we call spec homes, meaning they're building homes that are sort of generalized in hopes that they will sell to someone who's coming along that doesn't have 6 months, 12 months, 15 months. So those homes out there exist. Your agent can help you find those homes and find the best home for you. It's just something that you need to be aware of though, that if your time frame is one thing or the other, that's going to dictate what kind of new construction home you can buy. The third step in the process is you want to partner with an experienced new construction buyer's agent. And I say experienced agent because unfortunately there's a lot of newer agents out there or agents that just kind of dabble in new construction that don't really understand the nuances of what new construction entails and what the agent can provide to you to help you through the process. Unfortunately, a lot of agents out there don't really take new construction buyer help seriously, and they pretty much just go and introduce the buyer to the builder and then show up at the closing to collect their commission check. That's not what needs to happen. There's lots of steps along the way. We're going to obviously go over them today, but just know you want to hire an experienced agent. And by the way, not to toot our own horn, but just to let you know, our team is the number 3 buyer agent new construction team in the entire Triangle, Raleigh area out of 13,000 agents. That means we've sold more homes than just about anyone in the new construction realm. We're very, very experienced. If you are looking to move to this area and buy a new construction home, my team and I would be happy to help you out. But with that being said, we need to move on to the next step, and that's step 4, where you kind of go out with all the information you've got. You have got your agent in place and they're giving you some places to go, and now you're out exploring the different areas to get an idea of where you want to live. And this is again a place where an experienced agent can be really, really valuable. They're going to tell you about new neighborhoods that are under the radar that haven't been promoted yet. They're going to tell you about neighborhoods that appear to be sold out, but there's actually another phase coming that the builder or the on-site don't really want to share with everyone, but they're going to share if we ask. So we can kind of line things up for you and give you an idea of where would be a good place for you to live based on all of those wants and needs that you came up with on the front end. In addition, during this time, this is when you want to learn about all the different builders out there. Some builders are really, really great. Some builders not so great. Again, this is yet another place where an experienced buyer's agent can help you out. They're going to be able to tell you about their experience with this builder or that builder and really make the process a lot easier. There's truly some horror stories out there. Builders that suppose and promise are going to get a house built in 6 months and they take 2 years to do it for no reason whatsoever. You want to avoid those builders. You want to avoid the builders that have low quality work. Unfortunately, those are out there still, and it's going to make that process a lot easier for you when you know what you're expecting and which builders are best for you. So now that you've kind of narrowed down the builders you want to build with and the area you want to live in, you move on to step 5. That's where you sort of line up all of the builders. Ideally, you have more than just one, and determine what incentives they're offering. So some builders out there want to move their inventory, and so they offer closing cost incentives, or they offer interest rate buy downs, all kinds of different things like that. In fact, we've done a video on this very topic a few months back you might want to go check out. But that being said, there's some builders that offer incentives, some builders don't offer incentives. So if you're looking at like multiple builders and one has a great package and another has a horrible package, well, maybe that might push that builder off to the side and you concentrate on the builders that have the good incentives available. Also know that it's possible at this stage to negotiate with these builders. Just because in general builders say, here's our price, take it or leave it, that's not always the case. There's some builders that have, again, incentives to get your rate down, which in effect lowers the total price of the house. They also are builders out there that are lowering the actual asking price for the house to get that inventory moved. So know that not only are there incentives out there, but there's also price breaks out there. Again, this is yet another area where an experienced new construction buyer agent is going to be able to help you out. And by the way, a quick tip here on this, do not, and we say this all the time, do not go on your own to these builder on-site model homes and get information on your own. You will pretty much guarantee to void your opportunity to work with a buyer agent. That means you're going to be very much at the mercy of whatever that builder's representative tells you. Unlikely you can work your way through and work one builder against another on your own, unfortunately. These on-site agents are very, very nice. Some of them are actually some very good friends of ours, but they're all been trained to be very, very nice and helpful, but to extract information from you. Again, they work for the builder. They do not work for you. So by you saying, yeah, we really like your home better than anybody else, well, that tells them they don't have to give you that great of an incentive. So you may have lost yourself thousands of dollars by inadvertently saying something that you really shouldn't have said. So again, do not go to any of these models on your own. Trust in your agent to do the work for you and be the mediator who's going to keep you from inadvertently saying something that's going to, again, potentially cost you some money. Sadly, we get a call just about every week from someone who's already had a conversation with a builder and has decided they do want our help, and we have to sort of try to intervene in the process. Sometimes we're successful and we're able to help the buyer out and make for a great transaction. Sometimes we're unfortunately not allowed to help the buyer out. So definitely give us a call. Either which way, we're happy to help, but know that the best shot you have at getting the most value for your new home is to have an agent on the very, very front end. So step 6 in the process is if you are planning on getting a mortgage. So you're planning on getting a mortgage, let's assume, and the builder has a preferred lender. So go ahead and yes, talk to that preferred lender, get yourself pre-approved, find out what incentives that preferred lender has, but take it an extra step and go out and talk to an independent mortgage broker that's local that might be able to either match the rates that preferred lender is going to give from the builder, or might even give you a better deal. Never ever settle on one opinion. Always get multiple opinions. Again, this is where an experienced real estate agent is going to help you out to be able to provide that apples to apples comparison and you not get stuck with a crazy high rate that's hidden within a bunch of fees and all of that stuff from that preferred lender. Next step is going under contract. At this point, you've decided which builder you want to use, you've decided which lender you're going to use, and now you start the whole process of filling out the paperwork. Now, just so you know, the standard North Carolina offer to purchase contract is not what most builders use. The contracts for the builders are very much slanted in the favor of the builders to give them lots of outs and lots of opportunities to be in control of this transaction. Know that the best course of action for you before you sign anything is to have your agent review it to make sure there's no crazy stipulations in. Again, back to that client we told you about a bit ago that was promised their house was going to be built in 6 months. There were contracts that these people signed that said the builder had up to 2 years to build it. We have heard of many, many buyers that have built with this builder and has fallen prey to this and fallen victim to this. Luckily, our team agents were able to read over that contract and say to our clients, no, they are being very loosey-goosey with the dates. You may want to go with another builder. Luckily, we got them out of that whole transaction before they got into it. And we found them another builder, went much, much better. So needless to say, let your agent review the contract before you sign it. And obviously, you need to determine, next step in this whole process is determine what you're going to offer for the house. Are you going to offer full price? Are you going to offer less, more? Depending on what the market conditions are, that's what you need to determine to offer for this house you're going under contract for. And then after that, what kind of deposits you're going to be making. So builders have a builder deposit, which basically is non-refundable. It's amount of money that is given to the builder to kind of put a hold on the whole lot and the whole house and process to get the thing started. And this number is generally negotiable. For some builders, it's 1% of the transaction. For some builders, it's as low as a couple of $1,000s. For the luxury end of things, it's $50,000. So just know that this is a negotiable number and you offer what needs to be offered to get the deal done. And there you have it. Step 8 in the process after you've successfully gone under contract on your house is go to the design center. And so again, we talked about people who are building from scratch, from dirt. They typically get to go to the design center and pick every single thing out. This process lasts anywhere from a day to multiple days when you pick tiles and countertops and cabinets and everything out. Obviously, the builder is going to already have some things in mind, which would be a starting point for you to help things out. This is a great opportunity for your agent to be a sounding board, to be able to give you advice on what's going to look good in the house, what's going to look good in the neighborhood, and be congruent with the neighborhood. You don't want to spend $200,000 on upgrades if the neighborhood only calls for people spending $50,000 in upgrades, say. So that is a great opportunity for you to go out and customize the house. Now, if you are one of those 1 month to 3 month people, there may still be an opportunity for you to make some customizations of the house. They may not be quite at the stage yet where they're putting in the flooring or the tile or something. So you may have an opportunity to go to the design center as well. Just know that that would be a great opportunity for you as well to customize your house. But most of the time, at that point, the builder is so far along in building the house that it's unlikely that you can make too many changes. But again, it never hurts to ask. So at this point, they are starting to build the house and things are moving along. And we want to give you another quick tip. It's a very good idea to take regular weekend visits to the site to see how things are going, to make sure everything looks like it was promised to be and that this door is in this place instead of inadvertently in the wrong place. And we have had that happen before where the builders had to make a correction at the front end. But anyway, it's a really good idea to make regular weekend visits. And I say weekend visits because during the week, that's when they're going to be building your house. You want to come on the times when they're not there to kind of check things over. And also, if you happen to be out of town, this is a great opportunity for your agent to go to the site, take regular videos for you to give you an update on what's going on so you get a feel for the house and there's no surprises along the way. The next step in this process as they're building the house is called the pre-drywall inspection. This is just before they put the drywall up and the insulation up, and you've got sort of the boards that are running vertically through the house and you can see through the house. At that point, you want to get an inspection done. And this is something that some people do and some people don't do. We always recommend that you do a pre-drywall inspection. This is when the inspector comes in, looks at the electrical, looks at the concrete that's in the flooring or wherever to make sure there's no cracks, looks at the structure of the house to make sure there's no defects or flaws or anything like that. This gives the builder a good jump start on what needs to be done to prevent any headaches down the line. It also provides a second set of eyes for that builder to make sure things are going along smoothly. So after this pre-drywall inspection, the builder is going to get back to building your house, put the insulation in, the drywall, the cabinets, all of that sort of thing. At this point, we want to make you aware there is possibilities of delays. Things happen where cabinets may be coming in late or windows come in late. So just be aware that that could happen. Have your agent constantly be in contact with the builder or the builder's representative to see where we are on the time frame. The last thing you want to do is to get out of your apartment or rental lease or sell your house too early and then end up homeless. We've unfortunately had that happen before. So you want to have constant conversation as to when my house is going to be ready so that you know there's no surprises along the way. And then along those same lines, know that there will be a phase at the very, very end of the build process that we like to call the ugly duckling phase. This is when the house is torn up, looks like a tornado hit it and is a complete disaster, and you're having to go in and see this and think there's no way they're going to have my house done in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Well, please know that this happens to almost every single house. The builders pull things together. The vendors come in and clean things up. Typically what happens is the builder doesn't want to have painters come back multiple times. They don't want drywall guys to come back multiple times. So they sort of batch the problems all together and have the vendors come on 1 day or 2 days and fix everything. So you may come in on a weekend and the drywall is torn up and the paint looks like horrible. On Tuesday, that drywall paint guys come in and everything looks amazing by the end of the day. You would come back on a Wednesday and you would be shocked that it looked as bad as it did on a Sunday. Just know that the ugly duckling phase is a thing. Stay calm, stay relaxed. It will get better, I promise. So the next step in this process is step 10, the final inspection. This is something we always recommend for our new construction clients. That is, get a general inspection that looks over all the electrical, looks over everything about the house. This is above and beyond what you did on that pre-drywall inspection. And this gives you a list of any things that could potentially be not hooked up correctly. Like I've told the story many times of the gas fireplace that wasn't installed correctly and it wasn't working, and luckily no one was injured, but my inspector was able to catch that and prevent any problems happening for this family that bought this nice house. And anyway, everything went well. Know that that final inspection is going to give you a lot of information and also stuff that you can then give to the builder to get done before you close. Next step in the process is your final orientation. This is happening usually the day of or the day before closing when you go to actually own the house. At this point, you will have given that final inspection over to the builder. They've done all the work that needed to be done with it. The light switch that wasn't working was replaced and all that sort of stuff. So now on the final walkthrough day, you are just there to get an orientation, figure out how things work, how your house operates, what you need to do with your hot water heater, and also to verify that all those repairs were done. This is a happy day. This is a day when everything gets buttoned up and looks good and you're ready to go to the closing. Step 12 in the process is closing day. That's when you go to an attorney's office here in North Carolina. We don't have title companies. We have attorneys here in North Carolina. You fill out a bunch of paperwork with the deed and all that sort of thing. The attorney then goes and files the deed in your name, and they hand you the keys, and you then go celebrate and start the process of moving in. Now, typically you would think this would be the final celebratory phase in the process. It's actually not. There's one last step in it. That's the 12-month reinspection. So most builders, most very good quality builders, are going to give you an opportunity to have a 12-month review of the house to see if there's any issues that have come up that they didn't already know about, and that's an opportunity for them to do that work to get the house completely buttoned up. We recommend that on the 11-month phase, you get yet another inspection where the inspector will come back in, do a full inspection on the house to make sure everything's working good. There may be things that are wrong with it that you don't know about. And then this 11-month inspection then goes to the builder so they have a honey-do list to know what to fix for your house at the 12-month mark so that you can live happily ever after. So if you're considering either buying or selling a home in the Raleigh, North Carolina area, my real estate team and I would be honored to be your agents of choice. You can email us at hello@mortonbradbury.com, click on the link in the description, or give us a call at the number below. We'll be happy to help you get things started. Check out this video. We think you're really going to like this one as well. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.